Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is RJ. So today I'm going to be showing you the top 5 places to get all the information that you need to play Townstar. So keep watching. Okay, and welcome to another video. And remember, if this is your first time visiting my channel and you want to learn more about how to earn cryptocurrency for free, about cloud mining sites, crypto investments and lots of other crypto related stuff, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to tag that notification bell so you're alerted to all my latest content as it comes online. Okay, so basically what I'm going to be sharing with you today is my top 5 places that I go to when I need information about Townstar. Now, this could be in the form of video content, reference guides, all that kind of stuff. So basically we're going to be going top 5. We're going to be starting at 5, and then I'm going to be sharing with you my number 1 place for a few reasons that I go to get that information. Okay, so before we get into the meat of the video, we've got some big news that has just come out of Townstar and Gala Games. If we dive into our Discord and the Townstar announcement section, we are about to get a month of competitions, guys. May Mayhem is here and they are going through with it. So one thing, let's hope that the servers hold up, but it says here, we hope everyone has been practicing their top builds because the first weekly competition will begin the 3rd of May 2022 at 5 p.m. This is in your local time. The first week's competition will run 6.5 days and will end on the 10th of May 2022 at 5 a.m. your local time. Following weeks, dates, lengths will be announced at a later date. Now, the big thing about this is that May Mayhem last year had exactly $1 million worth of prizes. This year, Gala has said they're going to make those prizes $2 million worth. So if you guys have been playing at all and you have got some relatively good builds, get in on this. You never know, you could well be walking away with big prizes. So it says the final details of the cash prize structure will be announced prior to the competition starting. The meta for the first will be the current standard rules. So that is the default meta. So basically, whatever you are producing, that is going to be at the default sale price and at the default city points. So nothing has been nerfed and nothing has been boosted. So remember that for the first week, but the subsequent weeks, that is probably going to change. So blah blah blah, and it says obviously with the exception of oak tree water requirements, which will be adjusted back down to 5 water. So obviously as we know, the oak wood is now required for when you build in your water pumps and stuff like that, but they're saying that it has been adjusted back down to 5 water. It says, I know you are all as excited as we are, so let's embrace the mayhem together and get ready for a month of fun and prizes in May. So like I say, that is big news, exciting news, and I cannot wait personally. Not sure how I'm going to get on, and I'm sure many of us feel, and many of you out there probably feel the same, but the biggest thing I'm hoping for is that it all goes smoothly, we all have fun, and everyone has, like I say, everyone has a great time. Okay, so at number 5, the first place we're going to is actually townstar.com. Now, this is, for me, a very basic website. And also maybe a website that should have actually been put up a long time ago. Now, the game has been around since 2019, but they actually only posted this site, I think it was like 2021 or something like that. Now, in their defense, in Gala's and Townstar, in Gala's defense, it was always said that the reason why they never posted like any sort of a guide or anything was because the point of the game was for you guys and me to just sort of figure it out for ourselves, to work our way through it, understand what worked, what didn't work, what was a good build, what wasn't a good build, all those kind of stuff. But I think they basically felt pressure from the Discord community and especially from new players, saying that they just were struggling to get information on how to get started. And that is why, another reason why I'm making this video is for those people that are just starting out. These are going to be the best places you can go to help you out and get information from, to get you into the game and get you building good quality towns. Okay, so from Townstar, so basically you've got just a few overview sections on obviously the weekly competitions, play to earn server, Townstar NFTs, what play to earn is, Vox and Townstar, Town Coin, navigate your build, all those kind of things, basic controls. And then if we go into the play to earn, it does give a bit of a sort of write up on what play to earn actually is, NFTs again, and all this kind of stuff. And you can, as you go through, you get your Town Power plus Gala calculator. Obviously, this has now got the new calculation in. So here, if we say that I'm currently earning 25, I have 2 NFTs. Remember on the recent video that I did, and that had the old calculation on it, it was telling me that I required 64 or 65 town to essentially get my maximum of 25 town coin from my 2 NFTs. Now with the new calculation, it is now saying that I require 100. So that is a bit of a jump, but it's not too bad. It could be worse, but and we'd still require, obviously, we need to have 2 town power, which is level 2. But like I said, as this progresses, that will change to Gala tokens, and it won't be about your level. It will be about how many Gala tokens you hold in your account. Okay, so and then obviously it goes into various other things to do with town power and stuff like that. You've got your basic news section here. You've got some, I believe these are video guides, or is it? Yeah. So you got like a quick video tutorial, stuff like that. So, like I say, and obviously you got support as well. Like I say, I do think that the reason why Gala ended up putting this out is basically pressure from the community. And there was a lot of people out there saying that they were jumping on board and basically didn't know what they were doing. So really, at the end of the day, it sort of down to the person that, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to go and invest in a program, you should really do your homework and understand what the program is about in the first place. But, I think a lot of people watched videos on YouTube and stuff like that, thought, wow, that looks dead cool, and it actually looks easy. And then they started playing the game and actually realized to be competitive, it isn't that easy. And that's why they were crying out for, information from Gala. I mean, but the only thing I would say about this site is pretty much all the information here you can find on pretty much any YouTuber's channel, any Townstar YouTuber's channel, or a channel that has Townstar content on it, such as my own. Most of this we have covered, but obviously Gala has essentially just put it all in one place for those people to use, which is, it's great, but I do think it is still a little sparse when it comes to the real details and the nitty-gritty of the game. Townstar has just made this site very simple and easy to understand. So it is good in one sense for new adopters, people that have just got into the game. This it's maybe probably your first stop, and then after maybe a couple of days of playing, you'd be like, yeah, I need more information because this is just a real basic, like I say, layout of how the game works and sort of the details of that. So that's why this is at number 5. But like I say, Gala never ever had really any intentions of putting out a guide because, like I said at the beginning, they wanted everybody to just experiment, find out the best ways through that. But because people were investing large amounts of money, people wanted to know straight away. They didn't want to spend months and months and months trying to figure out what did what and stuff like that, which I totally get. So, I think it was needed, and now it's there. Okay, so the next website we're going to go to is Gala.guru. Now, I love this site, and the only reason I'm putting it at number 4 is because it really does give you a very specific set of information. It doesn't really give you information on how to play the game, but it does help you when you are in the game. So when you're actually in the competitions and stuff like that, it really does help you in that respect, because one, it will show you where you are in the game very easily. So you can come in here, we can type in my name. And then the use of this, obviously, this is once the competition ended a long time ago. I ended up in 627th place. You might well remember this was the last competition. So this, after like 3 months of waiting, they relaunched the competition. It was a complete disaster. We never made it to the end due to huge amounts of resets and restarts and everything else. And I'd worked out that I should have been easily in the top 300, possibly maybe a little higher. I ended up in 627th place. That was my total point. But like I say, the information this site gives you, other than where you are, obviously it does point out, if you toggle that when you're in the leaderboard, it will point out any sort of cheaters or people that have been suspected of cheating. If you click on my name, this is basically how my game went during the competition. So at the beginning, we were building really nicely. Then we jumped up to like I say, I think this was, so here, I think I was using, this was like my sheep, my wool rush. And then at this point was probably when I started moving onto the next part of my build. And then we had the first reset, reset. And basically we absolutely dropped down. And then we started to build again. Then we had another reset. And then my town really crashed in the sense of position and earnings. Then we we built up again at a massive spike there. Then dropped down again. And then we had a bit of a nice bit of consistency going on in the game. And then we had another reset. I mean, these dips here, these big dips here, are basically resets. That was reset after reset after reset. Then we had a big reset and stuff like that. So in a normal competition, you shouldn't see this. You would as you progress through your build, you should just see a sort of steady incline as you're doing your rush, and then as you start adding extra other parts of your build. And then once your build is finished, you should just get this nice sort of steady flow of consistency through your site. I mean, obviously, a lot of people do tweak their site, so you might still get a few ups and downs as you're changing things around, trying to improve it. But I like this because it is really simple. And like I say, it does essentially help you when you're actually in the game, so you can see and understand how your town is performing. And like I say, you can then use this to toggle if there's any cheaters. I think they end up getting highlighted in yellow. So if you're behind them, you might think, well, okay, that's one person I don't have to worry about because they're probably going to get removed and things like that. But yeah, but like I say, I actually spoke to the developer of this site for quite some time through my Facebook Messenger, and they were saying that this is going back a few months, that they were looking to add a lot more things to this site. Obviously, it hasn't happened yet, so I'm hoping that it will, and maybe that it's just basically the lack of competitions the reason why it hasn't. So once the competitions pick up again, those things that I spoke to the developer about that they said will be out, or they wanted to add in the future, hopefully they will be coming soon. So this is definitely a site to keep an eye on, because if those extra bits get added, it's going to bring you even more information and help you even further. Okay, so number 3. So we're going into number 3. So number 3 is Cool Whip. So this is very much like a site that I recommended quite a while back. This a site called Citadel of the Wind, and basically what this does is it gives you the game tile. So basically, if you are in the forest, if you have a northern facing forest tile, this is what you will be looking at. This is what you'll be looking at. If you have a north face plains tile, this is what you'll be seeing. Desert. And then obviously you also have the option of just a completely empty square, starting from scratch, or just testing stuff out. So if you wanted to know, say for instance, if we go into here, if we pick let's pick a power station, we plonk that down there, and then we want to look for dirty, so that's pollution. This is what it's going to show you. So basically, obviously, the closer you are to that power station, the worst effect the pollution has, and then as you go out, it gets less and less. So this, like I say, it's great for little things like that. But what I really like about it is, like I say, you can pick a tile. And like I say, you can obviously pick south, you can pick east, you can pick west, and depending where you are, you can basically look at that and go, right, okay, so that is basically what I'm going to see when I first land in that tile. And then you can come on here, and then by picking things, so you can remove trees, you can add in roads, ponds. If you're in the desert, you can you've got your oil seeps, but excuse me, but we know now that certain NFTs essentially provide an oil seep. So essentially, what you could do is add the oil seep in as your NFT, or if you go into the little blockchain thing, you can actually select all the NFTs here as well, and you can add them to your map, and then you can test out without actually even playing the game. You can sort of test out your builds on this site. You can save them. Obviously, you can print them off, all that kind of stuff. You've got your different trade stands, all your factories, like I say, your terrains, your farms, and then you've got your various other buildings as well. And it's a shame, I'm not quite sure what happened with Citadel of the Wind, because that was the forerunner of this. It was basically exactly the same, but it sort of fell into disrepair. I don't know if the developer decided they no longer wanted to bother with it, or they just didn't have the time and stuff like that. Anyway, Cool Whip popped up to save us, and this is now the go-to site when it comes to this kind of thing, I think it's great. I use it all the time when I'm trying to plan out builds, especially Now with the change in things like the change in the rules and stuff like that, and how different things are affected with time and stuff like that, this is a really good idea to come in here and then work out what you want to put down on your tile. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Obviously, I mean, like I've shown, you can have your various different. You can check for energy, your shade. Like if we click shade, so obviously these trees, is it the trees? No, it'd be the silos and various things produce shade. So if they're too close to your crops, that's going to be affected there. We've overlaid your dirty, so that'd be your pollution from your trade truck and from your fuel depot, or your fuel tank and things like that. So there's a lot of things that are going on here. It gives a lot of detail, and I do recommend, if you are just trying to get into understanding on how things work with Townstar, this is a great website to go to. Okay, so number 3, and a lot of people might wonder why I've not put this at number 4 and switched Cool Whip and this around. That is basically because I just think this site, it does give a huge amount of information. Yes, obviously you can't design anything on here. But if you go in here, it's going to give you all of the information when it comes to your crafts. So if you want to know how much you're going to earn, say if you're doing a wool rush, you can come in here, you can find wool, you can see obviously that should be the little pictures. For some weird reason they're not loading. But you can see that we're going to have 280 city points. It's going to earn us 3,750. That's for so 28 city points is that's for 1. 280 is for 10. Obviously, we sell in 10s, so we'd actually be earning 37,500 for one sale. And it's just got loads of information like that. You can scroll across. It will tell you exactly what is required to produce these things. So, let's go back to wool. If we want to look at what we need to produce wool, we need 8 feed, 1 wood, 5 water, and the time is 60 minutes. And then obviously that time goes out when it's affected by things like pollution and stuff like that. So all of that information is really good. But one of the biggest things on here, which I find that is extremely useful, and it's actually not anywhere else, is the gas map. So for those of you that are just starting, and those of you that have been playing for a while, you will find out, if you don't already, that the land rush is the biggest thing for this game. So that is when the counter goes 0, everybody gets into the server, the competition server, and they're basically trying to get to their spot. The spot that they've decided that is going to be the best spot for my build. I'm going to get there, and the way you figure that out is by using something like this, which is the gas map. So basically on here, if we just let's zoom out a bit, we can see on here all the numbers represent the cost of gasoline to your nearest town. So you can see out here it's at 2, here it's at 1, and then goes to 2 there, and then stuff like that. And each of these red squares represent a town. So you can look at this and go, okay, right, I need a town that is near, or I need a tile, should I say, that has got at least one river, and I want it as close to a town as possible. So you could go here, so you could go there. in that forest town, that's actually going to give you a 2-river spot, and you're only 1 gasoline away from Edmonton, that spot there. You could go here on the other side. That's also going to give you that's also going to give you 2-river, like that gave you 2-river. And again, you're going to be pretty close to Edmonton. Up here, most of it is you're by the sea. So if you're doing something like cakes or something like that where you need salt, this would be a good spot. You could go here. You've got a 1 sea spot, like a 1 ocean spot. You're right next to Anchorage. It's only going to cost you 1 gasoline. Your delivery time on that is probably going to be no more than about 5 or 10 seconds. And you've got 1 ocean. Also, you have to remember that you are essentially beamed into the map according to your IP. So when I first enter the map, the Townstar world, when I first enter, it puts me here, which is the UK, because that's where I am based. But as you can see with the UK, we have no rivers. We are just basically surrounded by ocean, and I basically never do cakes. I never do anything that requires salt. So then what I have to do is I have to either scroll down or scroll across to find a spot that I require, which that is a real nightmare, because obviously when you're scrolling around on the map, you are losing time. So that is the point of, again, studying this map and then picking 1 to 3 spots. So 1 or 2 spots. So you have your primary spot, then you have your secondary spot, and then if all else fails, you go to your 3rd spot. That is my what I would recommend, because if you're just moving the map around trying to find a space, and the thing is it's important. You tend to end up slightly panicking if you haven't sorted yourself out with a spot. And that is why it is always best to, like I say, use this map and just get a few places in your head. Right, that's where I'm going to go first, that's where I'm going to go second, and if all else fails, that's where I'm going to go 3rd. So this is, like I say, this is massive, and for those of you that are just getting into the game, you really need to study this. Obviously, that sounds like I'm saying you should know where every single good spot is, every single city. It's not at all. All I'm saying is sort of decide the kind of city, town you want to build, what you want to produce in the way of products, and then think to yourself, right, do I need river? Do I need ocean? Do I want to be on the plains? Do I want to be in a forest? All those kind of things. And then every time, whenever you just rest the arrow on a thing, it's going to tell you, look, that's going to be forest. Yeah. If we go down here, that's desert, and then it will tell you. I mean, you don't really need to know what town you're going to. You just need to know that these red squares represent towns, and you need to be as close to one as possible. But you also want to have everything else that you need, such as rivers and stuff like that. So that is, like I say, that is my recommendation, and that is why this is my number 2 pick for places, for the sites to get your information from. Okay, so my number one pick, and this is what we're going to look at now. This is just something, and I just want to say a massive shout out to all of the top 4. The reason why I'm not giving a shout out to Gala, I guess, is because it's in their interest to produce a guide, whereas these top 4 have been produced by players. They have been produced by people that have just gone, as far as I'm concerned, above and beyond and taken, used their personal time to produce something for us to use to help us get play better or get on better in the game. So I totally commend these people. And the number one place to go for information, like I said, I first got introduced this from The Glitch. They are a YouTuber, up and coming YouTuber. So go and pay their channel a visit. It has some great content on there. I think he puts it over very well. And like I say, through one of his videos, I saw this and I felt that I just had to do a video on it, because the person that has done this has clearly spent a serious amount of time on this, and it is so useful. So that person is called Dubstep Rod, and basically they have produced what they are calling the Townstar Playbook. Now, this is absolutely brilliant. It just gives you tons of information. And the great thing about this, because this is only on a Excel sheet, it is easy updatable. It's so Rod basically has said that according to The Glitch, he will be updating this all the time, staying on top of what is going on in Townstar. So basically, the information you see in this should always be the latest information that is coming out of Gala. Like I say, if we quickly go in here, scroll down to the bottom, this is Dubstep Rod. Go and check out their channel. To be honest with you, I'll be completely honest, I've actually not visited Dubstep Rod's channel yet. I really just wanted to get a video done on this playbook that he is put out, because I just think it deserves a huge amount of applause, because, like I say, they've spent a lot of time doing this, and they've spent that time essentially for us, for the members and the players, to use this information to better understand how to how to get on in Townstar. So the first page is basically all your objects. So that's all your buildings, all your stuff like that, and basically what is required to get those. So if you want to know, the candy shop is going to cost you 150,000. The wages to your workers is 150. It produces candy canes. This is what is required to produce candy canes, which is 5 peppermint, 3 sugar, and 5 energy. And then obviously this is how long it takes, according to whether your 6 minutes is going to be optimal. Then you got 12, 24, and 48, depending on if how your candy shop is being affected by other things. And excuse me, and all that kind of stuff. And obviously, as you scroll down, you just got everything that's in here. He's done a really great job. He's used all the icons, so it looks absolutely brilliant as well. And yeah, so like I say, just as a straight off the bat, that is absolutely excellent. So, and then if we go into items, this is basically all the items that you can create. So obviously you got butter here. Remember, these numbers here are not for 10. So butter for 10, so as you would sell it, would actually be 200,000. Candy canes would be 220,000. Your city points for candy canes would be 200. 153 city points for butter. So if you scroll down, for your wool, as I mentioned earlier, would be 37,500. Wool yarn is 147,500. That gives you 250 city points. That's going to give you 280 city points. And like I say, you can go through all this and you can see what it is, so you can make a good decision on, right, that's what I want to produce as a final product. Because although, I mean, obviously wool, that would be for a rush. Grapes, that, you know, your Pinot Noir grapes, that would be in a rush if that's what you wanted to do. So it has got everything on here, but it's quite, what I like is it's quite simply laid out in a nice format, again with all the icons, so it looks absolutely brilliant. Your NFT objects, so what this does is this, what I like about this is it gives you all the information, but it also gives you what it produces on the map. So how it produces on the map. So say with the Alpha Fountain, that it produces 2 when you're right next to it, and then it goes out to 1 on the outer level, and that's obviously water. And then for the different fountains, again, so, and then if we scroll down, you can go to the wheat stand. So this is I'd say that's a bit true wheat stand. So this is a standard wheat stand. So this is like the wheat stand I've got. So you'd produce 2 when you're right next to it, and then you've got 1 on the outer layer, which is a bit of a bummer for me now, because now they've upped the requirement to feeders to 2. This outer layer is essentially not usable, really. So instead of being able to support, I think it was up to 19 or 20 feeders, you can now only really produce support 8, because it would be 20 and 8, because now they've said that feeders no longer require a road. So But yeah, it is a bit annoying, but obviously it's the same for everybody that owns a wheat stand, and we just have to work around it. And like I say, as all the others, you go through, you've got all your different NFTs. It shows, like with your solar panels, it will show the energy that they will produce. Your Nikola, your Tesla coils, again, what the energy will produce, and all that kind of stuff. So again, you know, I really can't fault this. The only suggestion I would make to Dubstep Rob on this guide, because like I said, it's not anywhere else, is to add the gas map. So the gas map from the Townstar Guide, add into your playbook, Dubstep Rod, and then this would be absolutely complete. This playbook would be absolutely perfect, because for me that gas map is so important. You know, to pick your spots and where you want to be when it comes to the land rush, because when it does come to the land rush, you need to get a move on. Like I said, you know, I'm in the UK. I have no useful tiles for what I make, so I've always got to go to somewhere else on the map. So like I say, if you know where you're going, you're going to go straight there. But if you're dithering around, you're just not going to get a good spot. So like I said, the only suggestion I would make to Dubstep Rob is put that gas map in here as well. So you've got your NFT skins. Obviously, I've got a few of these, which I've told you about. Again, it gives you information on them, how they help your town, what boosts they give you, the production boosts, and all that kind of stuff. You've got a quick FAQs here. You've got the change log. So basically, this is everything that has changed in all the servers. So the recent changes. So fabric plants here, the wages were at 1,000, but then obviously after a lot of discussion or a lot of members complaining, Gala revised that, dropped it down to 500. Again, you've got all those changes, all the changes that have happened in here. So, you know, if you want to find out something, you're not quite sure if it's changed or not, you can come in here, you can quickly scroll through, you can see what has and what hasn't changed. So that is another great addition. You've got the latest news. So this was obviously the recent Townstar AMA, which popped up on YouTube. You've got information about Gala Power and how that'll affect you. You've got the Town Power information here. Obviously, you've got the calculation that can be done there as well. And you've also got a link to the Town Power calculator. Proximity. Now, this is, again, super important and great information. So it gives you any sort of proximity problem, like your pollution, and stuff like that from various different things. It gives you your rivers, mountains, how they affect when it comes to shade and things like that. So again, it's a really good, quick sort of ready reckoner or a quick reference guide if you want to look on here on how things are going to affect your town. This is brilliant. Again, I know you probably think, God, this guy, I've said I can't really fault this playbook. It is absolutely, he's included pretty much everything that you need to go through to understand how Townstar works, how your town is affected by various things, how your NFTs work, how your skins work, your objects, what you require to get those objects. All this information is brilliant. It is all in one place. But what I do like is he's also included the tiles. So obviously when we were looking at the Cool Whip, he's Dubstep Rob has actually included those tiles. So again, as a quick reference, you can come on here and go, right, okay, I'm in the Forest North tile. So, and you can look, this is exactly what I'm going to get. And you can scroll down and all of the tiles are here. You've got the Plains North, Plains East, all that kind of stuff. Desert, everything that you need as a quick reference guide to whatever tile that you're looking to pick. You can come in here and have an idea, because also as well, obviously you can come in here and go, right, okay, that that's what I'm going to aim for, is that particular tile. Then you can go on to Cool Whip, put that tile into the website. So we're saying, let's say we're going to pick Forest East, and then you can say, and then you can start building on here. From your quick reference guide in the playbook, you can then go on a Cool Whip and then start actually building your town in there, and then everything's going to be cool. You're going to be golden, because you're going to know exactly what you're going to be doing on exactly what tile. You just got to pick that tile, like I say, and that's where the gas map comes in. So as the final thing, like I say, Dubstep Rob, go and check out his channel. Also, The Glitch, go and check out his channel. Both of these guys, I think, are putting in seriously good work into bringing Townstar information to you guys. Obviously, I don't want you to leave me. Please don't leave me. I love having you. I love having you guys around. I love hearing your comments and your feedback in the posts, all that kind of stuff. Let me know what you think. Let me know, do you have any other suggestions for sites or guides that people can use to go and check out? Put that in the post below. We are a community. We are here to try and help each other out through using these sites and all that kind of stuff. And do remember that, we do have our Discord channel, our hub, our one-stop shop for all your updates. So if you're connected with Townstar, you're connected with Rollercoin, Crypto Pirates, Contract Miner, whatever it is, come and sign up to our Discord. You will get all the information, all the announcements, all the notifications, any sort of promo codes, all that kind of stuff is posted in our Discord, and you can get the information all in one place rather than go into all those separate Discords. Just come to ours and you can just get all that information in one place. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. I hope you found it helpful, fun and informative. And if you like what I do, it would be absolutely amazing if you could subscribe to my Patreon and support my channel for as little as $1, which then helps me bring more content to you. And if you're interested in those earlier videos that I talked about, put it on your screen right now. So get clicking and get watching. And I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.